right, so this is going to be another channel update, my third one this weekend. Since it's pretty popular and my two Australian mates are commenting on my videos and in the chat room, as well as British Crumpet Man. All he has to say is, "Hello, handsome, how are you doing?" And then he cries laughing when I start talking about sex with the opposite sex, even though they look like men. Why do so many women in Thailand and Philippines look like men? Not including, but the transsexual who tricked me on Tinder. Jacqueline, preschool teacher. Oh, I gotta start matching up on Tinder before I take a little nappy poo. All right, so Harry H. Novak, I got mixed up with what's his name? Hang on. All right, so there are two producers in the sexploitation genre. I don't know why I'm still searching for a friend on Tinder. 3 live streams in a row. Yeah, I'm on a roll this weekend, but all I'm doing really is finishing up season 1 of Renegade. Karate Man's back in the chat room. Didn't take him very long. Yeah, I got two sexploitation producers mixed up, David F. Friedman and Harry H. Novak. I thought David F. Friedman did Country Cousins, but actually it was Harry H. Novak with the great Renee Bond, one of the greatest early 70s softcore porn stars to ever grace film. I used to have a big time crush on her. I used to have Country Cousins and Midnight Plowboy double featured DVD. It was great. So I added Rituals 1977, The Child 1977, Rattlers 1976, The Black Connection 1974, Toys Are Not for Children 1972, and A Taste of Hell 1973. Ironically, the most of the stuff was on Tubi this time, and I only found one on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I've been here about 4 years in San Francisco. I can't remember when I moved out of my Daly City place, that little room that I was renting for $450 a month. Now I'm paying $250 a month. So I guess I shouldn't complain that I've got financial issues and I keep dipping into my savings account thanks to inflation here in the United States. But man, I stocked up on a lot of meat in the freezer. I'm trying to beat inflation. I'm trying to whip it good. Harry H. Novak died in 2014. Legendary exploitation cinema producer and distributor Harry H. Novak was born on January 12th, 1928 in Chicago, Illinois. He got a job with RKO Pictures. Distributing movies books to theaters while still in his teens, following a tour of duty in the Army. During World War II, Novak went back to RKO, this time booking and selling films as well as designing ads. Amazingly, one of his primary responsibilities for working at RKO was handling the distribution agreements for Innocuous Family. What does it say here? Innocuous Family Fare, made by the Walt Disney Studio. After RKO folded in 1957, Harry went back to work booking exploitation films for the JEM Distribution Company. He founded his own production and distribution outfit called Box Office International Pictures, BIP, in 1964. The first film released by BIP was the Nice and Naughty Nudie Cutie Kiss Me Quick, 1964. I don't remember if I've seen Kiss Me Quick, but I just watched the trailer. It looked pretty bad. It looked like Harry H. Novak's sense of humor, which is not very good. Harry went on to make and or release a slew of entertainingly trashy flicks throughout the 1960s and 1970s that run the gamut from sexy softcore smut, Lila, which I have reviewed. I love Lila. The Dirty Mind of Young Sally. Lila is 1968. The Dirty Mind of Young Sally, 1973. Below the Belt, 1971. I couldn't find the last two. To grimy crime thrillers, Booby Trap, 1970. The Godson, 1971. A Scream in the Streets, 1973. Date with a Kidnapper, 1976. Hitchhike to Hell, 1977. To Sizzling Southern Fried, Hicksploitation Sleaze, Country Hooker, 1974. Country Cousins, 1972, which I used to have on DVD with Midnight Plowboy. The Big Keeper's Daughter, 1972. Sassy Sue, 1973. As much as I love Renee Bond, who was in Necromania, an Ed Wood film, wasn't too crazy about Country Cousins. The hardcore porn looked kind of fake, like it wasn't happening. To Mondo Croc documentaries, Mondo Mod, 1967. I can't remember if I've seen that. Mondo Keyhole, 1966. To creepy horror outings, The Mad Butcher, 1971. Frankenstein's Castles of Freaks, 1974. Axe, 1977. Rattlers, 1976, which I just added to my list. The Child, 1968. Oh, Karate Man says, by the way, speaking of hell comes to Frogtown, its insane plot where Roddy Piper has to impregnate women to create population in the post-apocalyptic land while kicking and shooting frog creatures. Yeah, there's an ugly looking frog lady, if I remember correctly. Comes to Frogtown is a fun B movie, though. Yeah, it is fun. I love that movie. But I love the sequel even more. The Child, 1968. Do I have The Child? I have The Child, 1977. Where did they get 1968? Anyway, Novak's softcore items often featured such popular drive-in films starlets as Renee Bond, Colleen Brennan, a.k.a. Shannon Kelly, Marsha Jordan, and Ushi Degard. I don't know those last three. Doesn't ring a bell. Box Office International Pictures was forced to shut down in 1978. Harry subsequently launched Valiant International Pictures in the late 70s. This particular outfit distributed such X-rated porno fare as Sissy's Hot Summer 1979, Sweet Surrender 1980, and Leather Persuasion 1980. Novak co-directed the 1980s hardcore movies Moments of Love 1983 and Inspirations 1982, which I couldn't find on Tubi or Amazon Prime. I couldn't find either one of those hardcore movies under the pseudonym H. Hershey. Moreover, he provided several hysterically bawdy commentaries on DVD releases of his pictures on the Something Weird label. New World Pictures also produced The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren right after. Another so bad that it's good type movie. We love Dolph Lundgren on this channel. The Punisher is great. It's kind of when he comes crashing through the ceiling on the gambling board. That was great. I love that scene. And Dolph Lundgren never runs out of bullets. He's got the limitless machine gun. He just blows up all the bottles in the in the casino. Dolph Lundgren is a one-man wrecking crew. He didn't follow the Bible's advice that vengeance is mine. No, it belongs to Dolph Lundgren. Forget this 10 plagues on Egypt. Dolph Lundgren did that on his enemies. Oh, that was Vincent Price. And great independent action movies companies, Canon PM Entertainment, New Image Organizations. Is that spelled correctly? Imperial Entertainment, Stone Group Pictures. Unfortunately, they are all bankrupt. Yeah. I guess PM Entertainment stuck around until the late 90s. I don't remember when they went out of business. But they all went down with the decline in action movies. As you mentioned, the new action movies have too much CGI and no practical effects. I tend to agree with you on that, which is why the Fast and Furious franchise in general is overrated. Although one of their movies has practical effect, I couldn't believe it though when Vin Diesel, like flying through the air, he crashes into a windshield with his girlfriend who's suffering from amnesia. Karate Man stands corrected. Oh wait, a second New Image is still around, but changed their name. More misspelling. Changed their name to Millennium and became a bigger company. My bad, I take it back. No period. Well, I haven't been making periods on Tinder with my dream girl from Venezuela. Oh my God. She's showing off her booty in this one. What kind of shorts are those? Oh my gosh. Those got to be some extra large, tiny waist shorts. Can't believe that. She's definitely got some interesting dimensions, this one. Oh my gosh. I can't stop thinking about her. She's getting me aroused for some reason. I think it's her hair and her legs and her eyebrows. some reason, I've got an attraction to Venezuelan women all of a sudden, mainly because they're so poor and unable to survive in the communist country. I mean, I complain about struggling here in San Francisco to pay bills, but I'm sure she's having much more problems. Well, I talked about Harry H. Novak. Karate Man was on his usual action movies kick. Hell Comes to Frogtown and all these production companies. Great independent action movie companies, he calls them. Karate Man's obsessed with this stuff, which is why I'm trying to load up Adrian's weird stuff, adults only kind of stuff, but the hardcore movies from the 80s, Harry H. Novak, are conspicuously missing from either Tubi or Amazon Prime. How could I forget Roger Corman's New Horizons home video Concord? They did some of the Don Dragon Wilsons, such as Bloodfish franchise of Black Belt. Have I reviewed Black Belt? Is that another Karate Man recommendation that I missed? Black Belt? Doesn't ring a bell. Is that a franchise or just one movie? I'm curious now. Do I have it on my list? I don't have it on my list. Did I review it? I'm curious now. I still got to vacuum and sweep the garage before I take my little nappy poo. Oh, I got to check Tinder for some more opportunities. Third world countries, man. Oh, Black Belt was the first Don the Dragon Wilson. Why do you say Don Wilson? His name is Don the Dragon Wilson. Black Belt was the first Don the Dragon Wilson you ever reviewed? I don't even remember. It's been so long. It must have been the first one. Royal Oaks Entertainment, one of your favorite directors, Fred Olen Ray, collaborated with them. How many movies has Fred Olen Ray done? It's got to be right up there with Jess Franco. $200 low to medium budget feature films. He's definitely one of those prolific directors. I want to be a prolific movie reviewer, but I'm stuck in Renegade Season 2. He loaned a 16 millimeter camera to Quentin Tarantino so that he could make my friend's birthday. Anyways, he used to be a professional wrestler. He was known as Fabulous Freddie Valentine. I think he's on YouTube as a wrestler. There he is with Terry Funk. Oh, here we go. Freddie Valentine, a.k.a. Fred Olin Ray in a flash. This is it. This is the video. I better turn off the sound. Might get in trouble here. Oh, here we go. This is a great little 2-minute video of him in the ring doing all kinds of crazy stuff with fire, tables and stuff. You gotta check this out. This is great. He's got his own I don't know if this is his, but the channel name is Fred Ray, and he's only got 91 subscribers. Is that Fred Olin Ray's channel on here? I'll send you the video. You can check it out. Do I still remember any of the Blood Fist movies after 3 years? Yeah, I remember Blood Fist 6 with Kat Sassoon. Blood Fist 9? I think both of them were with Kat Sassoon. Blood Fist. Ground Zero? Is that it? Yeah, Blood Fist 6, Ground Zero. And then she shows off her breasts in Blood Fist 9, right? Or no, maybe it was Blood Fist 7. There is no Blood Fist 9. It's Blood Fist 7 Mad Hunt. What am I saying? Is that it? Straight to video? Man, I'm having a memory lapse here. No, it's not Blood Fist. Oh, that's Blood Fist 8. She was in Blood Fist 4, Die Trying. She played Lisa. And she had her hair slicked back. And she was in this amazing bodysuit outfit. It was just unbelievable. Henchwoman of Villain Weiss in the 1992 martial arts movie Blood Fist 4 Die Trying. Lisa mostly uses her martial arts skills, but also uses a switchblade on several occasions. In one case, slitting the throats of 2 criminals. She's first introduced while pretending to be on the hero's side, filling in for the babysitter, whom she had actually murdered and stuck in the closet. At this point, she's wearing yoga pants. Oh my gosh. Which show off her butt to great advantage when she tries to kick and knife the hero to death. Once revealed as a villain, she mostly wears a black lycra unitard. That's what I'm talking about. Her unit and thigh length. Does Cynthia Rothrock wear a black lycra unitard? I don't think so. In one scene, she encounters the hero's girlfriend in the bathroom and intends to kill her with a knife. However, she is surprised by spraying in the face with deodorant, being sprayed in the face with deodorant and pushed back into a lounge chair as the girl makes her escape. Near the end of the movie, she surprises the hero on the flight of stairs, kicking him in the chest while wearing her spiky thigh boots. That has to be the greatest fight of all time. Don the Dragon Wilson versus Cat Sassoon. When he doubles over, she follows up with an axe kick, causing him to tumble down the stairs, stopping halfway in a heap. Lisa's kicking Don the Dragon Wilson's butt big time. Lisa casually saunters down the stairs and kicks the hero in the face as he is attempting to get up. This sends him tumbling down the rest of the stairs to the floor. Lisa grabs him by the hair and knees him in the face, then uses a variety of kicks and punches, sending him into the wall. She's like George the Animal Steel in Georgia, going after Ole Anderson or something. Roddy Piper, going after Roddy Piper. This is like George the Animal Steel taking on Roddy Piper and Ole Anderson at the same time. Finally, there's a close-up of her kicking him in the groin and then trying to stab him with the switchblade. She misses and knocks her unconscious. And he knocks her unconscious, and we see her lying motionless on the floor. What a great scene that is. Oh my gosh. I'll never forget that. And I can't find the other movie she was in where she gets naked. I just can't. It was Bloodfist 4. Oh, Bloodfist 6. Ground Zero is the other one. Bloodfist 8 was the first one I saw way back when, where he is Ireland as an ex-CIG who is then teacher that has a non-Asian son. Wow. I think Bloodfist 6 Ground Zero is excellent also because you get to see her fake boobs, her doorknob nipples. Oh my gosh. His son looks nothing him. More bad grammar. Well, first it was misspelling, now it's bad grammar. That's okay. Adrian's guilty of that. That's why he doesn't go in the chat room anymore. I don't remember Bloodfist 8. I just remember Cat Sassoon being super hot. And yeah. She's only in 11 movies, Cat Sassoon. I've seen Secret Games, Bloodfist 4, Died Trying, and Bloodfist 6, Ground Zero. Or no, not Secret Games, Dance with Death. Excuse me. I've seen Dance with Death, Bloodfist 4, Die Trying, and Bloodfist 6, Ground Zero. So I've seen 3 Cat Sassoon movies over the course of my lifetime. She died in 2002. She was 2 years older than I was. So we had a similar age. By the time she was in her 20s, man, I wish I could have met her in person, like at some kind of I don't know, some kind of fan convention. I wish I could have gotten her autograph. She's 5'8", born September 3rd, 1968. So about 2 years older than I am. She died January 1st, 2002 in Hollywood, California from heart attack due to drug overdose. Sassoon died on January 1st, 2002 at the age of 33 after attending a New Year's Eve party at a friend's house following toxicological reports. It was discovered that an overdose, hydromorphine, and cocaine triggered a fatal heart attack. Her nickname is Cat. We call her Cat Sassoon, but her name is actually Katya Sassoon. Blood Fist 3, where he is in prison. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That one was kind of awkward. It's like, why is a good guy in prison, and why is he's like hanging out with another black good guy? Blood Fist 3. Blood Fist 3, Forced to Fight. You forgot the Forced to Fight thing. Oh, he's with Rich Roundtree. He's got that garden deal going in the prison. And he's being bullied by all these guys. I don't even know who these people are. I just know Richard Roundtree and Don the Dragon Wilson. That's about it. Great news. Don the Dragon Wilson was in Australia for a few weeks ago doing a martial arts demonstration, and he discusses some of his movies. Forgot to mention, I did not get a chance to meet him. I wish I did. Yeah, that would have been nice. What was his last movie? There's a website called donthedragonwilson.com. I guess it's a fan website. I don't know. His last movie was Lockhart Into the Past Darkly, 2022. I guess he hasn't made a movie for a year now, but he's looking pretty old. It looks like his eyebrows are sticking out big time, like his skull is kind of indented. I don't know what happened to his forehead. It looks. Of course, he was in Scorpion 4: Quest for Power for about 5 seconds. That was back in 2015. I reviewed that one. Speaking of Roddy Piper, they did Terminal Rush together. If you remember, he fires a rocket launcher in the Hoover Dam and says, "Better than sex." That was a great line. I remember that. Roddy Piper. You could see George the Animal Steel go after Roddy Piper. send you the link to that video too. We're on a wrestling video thing. George the Animal Steel comes to Georgia. Oh man, you got to see this. It's unbelievable. He just starts pretending to beat the crap out of Roddy Piper and Ole Anderson. This is great. I love this. This is 1982. I don't know what he's doing in Georgia. I thought he worked for Vince McMahon. Come on. Oh, this isn't it. George Steele. Here we go. Piper and Ole versus George Steele. It's on a message board here. This is it. Right here. I found it finally. Yeah, I used to have Roddy Piper in his kilt and his bagpipes. I used to have a picture of him in his kilt and his bagpipes right next to Joan Jett in her leather outfit. I think Joan Jett is a lesbian. You got to see this. Oh my gosh. George the Animal Steel going after Ole Anderson. Well, actually, there's better video. This is George Steele, the one-man wrecking crew. Don't watch the link that I just sent you. Oh, actually, do watch it. It's crazy. It's 14 minutes, but it's definitely worth watching. Yeah, I used to collect the old wrestling magazines when I was bored during the summertime around 1983, I think. There's Roddy Piper in 1982 when he was doing Georgia wrestling before he joined the WWF. So what happened was Vern Gagne was greedy, and he would go on vacation and he wouldn't pay his wrestlers. And all the wrestlers were like on the handshake deal. You know, Hulk Hogan, Jesse Ventura, these kind of guys. Andre the Giant. So as soon as Vince McMahon got Hulk Hogan, it was Rocky III or something. Wild Brawl featuring the debut of George the Animal Steel. Tommy Rich and George Steele brawls with Ole Anderson and Rowdy Roddy Piper. Oh my gosh. You got to see that link that I sent you. So Vince McMahon basically stole Hulk Hogan. He broke all the rules of handshake, AWA, no contract, just handshake kind of thing. Hulk Hogan sent him Vern Gagne a letter telling him that he joined WWF, and Vern Gagne thought it was a joke, so he threw it away. Vern Gagne was such an idiot when it came to business decisions. And so Greg Gagne called him up and said, "Hey, why didn't you show up?" Hulk Hogan said, "I'm working for Vince now." And then all the other wrestlers from, like, you remember Honky Tonk Man? He came from Memphis, I think. A bunch of other wrestlers came from AWA. AWA was around for a couple years. I remember when AWA was on television, they had Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan on there. But Hulk Hogan, they never let him beat Nick Bockwinkel, even though he was so popular in the Rocky movie, whatever that sequel was, Rocky 3. And yeah, there's Roddy Piper. I think when you get to so when you click on the video, you got to go to the 12 minutes mark where Ole Anderson is trying to take away Tommy Rich's red bandana, and then George Steele just goes completely nuts. I've never seen him fight so fast. He's ramming Ole Anderson in the turnbuckle. Then he takes Roddy Piper, starts beating him over the head. Ole Anderson grabs the red Tommy Rich thing, and he's manhandling both Roddy Piper and Ole Anderson at the same time. He starts bear hugging Ole Anderson. And then Roddy Piper jumps on him. She starts beating on Roddy Piper's head again. He looks like he's going to bang their two heads together, and he just goes like this and throws them outside the ring. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the Honky Tonk Man would bust. He got into a fight with Jerry Lawler or something. And then when he went to the WWF, he started out as a good guy, but the fans hated him. So he ended up hooking up with Mouth of the South, and he became the Intercontinental Champion for the longest time. And then he became tag team. He's actually cousins with Jerry Lawler. And then he tag teamed with Greg Valentine, who changed his hair color from blonde to jet black, thanks to Vince McMahon. Basically destroyed Greg Valentine's career. And Honky Tonk Man, they ended up doing the independent circuit together. Remember Greg the Hammer Valentine? He's still alive, I think, him and Kevin Sullivan. I used to love Kevin Sullivan, the Prince of Darkness. He never talked about Satan, though. He always talked about, like, the right-hand path and all this weird stuff that didn't have anything to do with Satan. I think he was a born-again Christian, Kevin Sullivan. Anyways, I sent you the fabulous Freddie Valentine and the Bret Hart. I don't remember him, but I know he complains a lot about the WWF. He's always showing off his fancy WWF belt on YouTube. He's still around too. He's still got the long hair. Bret the Hitman Hart. Jim Neathart is dead. the Heart Foundation. Actually, Honky Tonk Man and Greg Valentine fought the Heart Foundation. That was about around the time when I stopped watching. Basically, I got tired of WWF putting all the independent and smaller outfits like AWA, Mid-South Wrestling, California Championship Wrestling. He put them all out of business, basically. NWA became WCW, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but wrestling started going downhill with Vince McMahon. And his ridiculous sense of, we talked about the Exorcist being a sense. I used to watch wrestling, but then later they went PG-13. Yeah, they started having lewd things that made Bruno Sammartino angry at Vince McMahon. Not for kids. They started making it an adult thing. And that's when I lost interest, basically. I don't know. I lost interest around 1987, I think, when I moved in with my Catholic grandfather. He was more into the old school wrestling stuff, like Gorgeous George, that kind of thing. The guy with the curls. Gorgeous George. Anyways, nice chatting with you, Karate Man. We ended up talking about big time wrestling this time. Later.